something for Valentine's Day. It's not necessarily just for that day, so if you're watching this past it, I mean continue watching because you could literally do this any day of the week. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing a how to plan a pamper day. Now you can do this with a friend, you can do this with a bunch of friends, you can do this with your mom, you could do it just by yourself. Really, it's totally up to you, just planning a pamper day for yourself to give yourself a little bit of self-love. And other than that, if you guys want to plan your own at-home spa day with recipes and tips and tricks and all of that fun stuff, then just keep watching. So if you don't have a hot date for Valentine's Day, this is all you're gonna need for a perfect pamper day. It's some slippers, a magazine, some razors, teeth whitener, coconut oil or any type of moisturizers, exfoliants, face masks, nail polish, and all of that fun stuff. And so I always start a pamper day by jumping in the shower, but if you're doing this with friends or your mom or whoever, you guys could just make sure to wet your hair. And another thing I love using is this little waterproof case so you can blare music while you're in the shower.
Tell me what you wanna know. You could say a lot of things. Go and get away with them.
So if you're looking to do a hair mask, you could just leave in your conditioner or use coconut oil like I did. I was recommended this by a friend, so I decided to give it a go, and I just massaged some of the coconut oil into my fingers and then throughout my hair, making sure not to get too close to my roots because I didn't want to make it greasy, but mostly just concentrating on my ends and just kind of massaging it through and putting it up in a bun, and then I'm just going to leave that in for as long as possible. So I am just leaving that in my hair for the whole day, and then while I wait, I'm going to start with a pedicure. So I actually got this little foot soaker thing from Walmart, but you guys could just grab a big bowl and fill it with hot to warm water and then just soak your feet for a little bit. And then the first thing that I'm going to do after soaking is just dampen them off just a tiny bit and then start taking off the nail polish that I had on before. So then next I'm just taking this exfoliant that I got from the Body Shop, but you guys could just make your own or whatever you have on hand, and all I'm doing is massaging this into my feet to remove any dead skin or anything like that, and then again I'm just doing it to the other foot. And then I'm going back in again with one of these, I don't even know what I would call this, but I'm just gonna go back in with this and then really get in on the heels and around the balls of your feet and all of that stuff where it tends to kind of get really thick and I don't even know, this is not going over well. But anyways, after that I'm going to paint my toes, and I just decided to go back with white again. And then all that's left to do is moisturize, so I'm just using this little cream that I got from the Body Shop, and again this is good for your nails and for soaking into your skin, but you could use any type of moisturizer that you might have. And then of course you could go ahead and give yourself a manicure as well. You can soak your fingers, file them, and trim your nails, all that fun stuff. Take off your old nail polish and then paint them again. And if you guys are wondering what nail polish I'm using, I believe it is Blanc or Blanc, I don't know how to say it, but anyways, it's just the white nail polish by Essie. And what would a pamper day be without a face mask? Now this is just a tea tree face mask, and it's probably been my favorite for a few years now. It just gets really good at getting rid of blemishes and all of that. But again, any face mask will do. You can even make your own or anything like that. And then I'm just leaving that on for a little bit, making myself a cup of tea before I hop in the shower, take all of that stuff off and shave. And then afterwards, every time you shave, don't forget to put on a cream, or this time I decided to go with a body butter because it's a bit thicker and I really wanted to moisturize on my spa day. And a spa day is not a spa day without some good food. So some treats that I decided to make. The first one is a 3-layer dip. So I'm just using some salsa, some hummus, and some guacamole along with some vegan shredded cheese. So I'm starting with the guacamole on the bottom and just using a spoon to kind of massage it into a nice layer on the bottom of the bowl before I grab the hummus. And then I'm using hummus instead of, most people I believe use cream cheese or sour cream, but I decided to go with hummus because it's vegan and it's also just just healthier for you. So then I'm just putting a thicker layer of that in between the guacamole and then topping that off with salsa. And this has been like my favorite salsa. I went with like a medium. I don't know what the brand is, but either or, you can use any salsa and then just pour that on top. And then all I'm doing is taking a bit of the Daya shredded cheddar cheese, and it is a vegan shredded cheese, and you can find this at most grocery stores, I assume, and then just putting that on top and then popping that in the oven to let the cheese melt. And then in the meantime, I'm just taking some whole wheat wraps and a pizza cutter, and I am just going to cut these into little triangles. Now you guys could just use like tortilla chips and crackers or anything like that, but if you wanted to make like a healthier alternative, all you have to do is cut up some whole wheat wraps and then put a little bit of salt and pepper and then broil them in the oven. Just make sure you keep an eye on them because they do burn really, really quickly. So that was just my quick and easy 3-layer vegan dip, but if dip isn't so much your thing, you could also make vegan pizzas, especially if you're doing this with a friend. So I just got these little like pizza crusts from the grocery store, and I'm just going to take the sauce and put that on, and again just kind of even it all out with a spoon. And then I'm using the Daya vegan shredded cheese. I'm starting with cheddar and then topping it off with mozzarella, and then I'm also using vegan pepperoni. So basically this is just like a vegan pizza made from heaven, and I'm just popping that into the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how long I put it in, but either way, this is so easy to do, and if you can find all the ingredients and you miss pizza as a vegan, then you're gonna love this pizza. It's so good. If you're looking for something a little more sweet, or you're having a lot of people over for your spa day, you can just make some popcorn. So I'm just putting some kernels into a steamer, but you could use a brown paper bag and then putting a little bit of oil as well as some vegan butter and some salt. And then after the popcorn is popped, while it's still hot, make sure to put some dark chocolate chips, I got this idea from somebody that actually did it with M&Ms, but to make it vegan, I used the dark chocolate chips. And then while the popcorn's hot, you just kind of mix it around and it gets in with like the buttery and the salt. So if you're someone that likes like chocolate covered pretzels or like the sweet and salty taste, then you'll definitely like this popcorn, and it's super easy to do and perfect for a spa day with a bunch of your friends. So all you need is a glass of wine or juice if you are under the legal drinking age, and other than that, that's all you have to do to make all of these really yummy spa day treats. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is all I have to show you for a little DIY plan your own spa/pamper day. I hope you guys all have an amazing Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys. So those are all of the tips, tricks, and recipes I have to show for you guys today. If you guys decide to recreate or do anything from this video, be sure to tweet it at me, Instagram it to me, all of that fun stuff, tag me in it, and let me see it so that I can like it, retweet, all of that. And other than that, I will see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys. Will you be my Valentine? Oh, I think that's a yes. Oh, little munchkin. The cutest. This is my Valentine, guys.